Ryan Agencies, your locally invested independent insurance agency. The Ryan Agency supports local students and athletes. They appreciate dedication, teamwork, and hometown pride. That's why they give back, sponsoring many youth academic and sports activities. The Ryan Agencies, your hometown supporter and source for all things insurance.
Insurance protection you can rely on. The Ryan Agency.
When it comes to workers' comp, things can change quickly.
The only way to make sure your rights are protected is to have a trusted, committed attorney on your side.
An attorney who has devoted their career to helping injured workers.
Someone to fight for the money and medical benefits you deserve.
The only person on your side
is the attorney at your side.
Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys.
Traditional checking accounts are old news. So what are you waiting for? Reach new heights with Apex Rewards checking from First Heritage Federal Credit Union. Apex gives you the option to choose between cash back or high interest with a free checking account that pays you. Plus, ATM fees get refunded. Choose your rewards at fhfcu.org and get one step closer to achieving your financial goals.
Shop, finance, and buy your next car all online. With a new shopping experience at your fingertips, make car buying simple when you drive your deal at Simmons Rockwell Nissan in Horseheads and Hornell.
So, hello everybody, and welcome to tonight's Section 5 matchup between Hornell and Midlakes. This is the Hornell Lady Raiders versus the Lady Screaming Eagles of Midlakes. And Midlakes, I'm Bob Beischer along with Everett Davison. And welcome, Everett. Midlakes is one of those schools that we talked about yesterday that's not named after their town. And they're in the city of, or the village of Clifton Springs, up in Phelps, the area as well. And you've been up there, right?
Yeah, my family's originally from Sodus and Newark, so my entire childhood, half of it was spent up there and the other half was spent in Wayland. So I know that area very well.
And Hornell, you said, too.
Yep. I grew up for the first couple of years in Hornell, then we moved to Wayland, but I would still go up to Sodus and Newark most weekends until I was in school age, and then most of my summers was spent up there as well.
Yeah, nice. So here we go. Hornell in the red and Midlakes in the white. Hornell's going from right to left on your screen, Midlakes from left.
So tonight's game is a little bit more competitive than last night was.
Yeah, Hornell.
Dansville gave a little bit of a charge at the end, but
yeah, Hornell the boys ended up winning that game last night 7-2. You can watch that game on demand on Peisch Sports YouTube channel. This game is being streamed both on Facebook and YouTube. I'm not going to be doing that all year long. The away games will only be on YouTube, and some of the home games will be also on both. So. kind of working the 40 to 30 yard line, aren't we here?
Yeah.
Nothing's
Hasn't
really
moved out of there for a bit. Hornell tries to move it forward, and Midlakes immediately puts it back. But then they haven't been able to get anything going over. We say that, and now they've moved down into the way end, but still decent ways away from the goal.
Hornell finished last season 14, as the lights click on here, 14-4. Unfortunately, Section 5, they redid the websites and everything, and they deleted all the stats from the last couple years, so I couldn't look up Midlake's record or anything. And I know they want to redo and kind of encapsulate everything under Section 5 and not have outside websites and stuff, but unfortunately when they did that, even looking on Max Preps didn't have anything that I could look and see what Midlake's record was last year and give you some kind of insight on that. But anyways,
Max Preps, that's usually the one. That's usually the go-to.
well, I did look. I was able to look at some of Midlake's stuff from last year, but there were some games that weren't reported. And that's the killer. You know what I mean? People don't.
Yep.
The winning coaches are supposed to report everything, and they don't always do it. I think Section 5 should penalize them like $500 if they don't.
You'd have to get the schools to agree to that, though, is the problem.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's what the stuff's there for. They pay a lot of money to be part of Section 5 and a part of these programs. It should be required to submit, information with today's digital age and stuff, So it's in goal for Hornell is Cadence Golnitz. She's so important in goal. She's got her name listed twice on the roster. The only one from Hornell. I see Cadence listed. Let me see. Where was she for her number? Yep, number 17. And then she's last on the list at no number available, which was kind of strange.
There was a guy for Dansville last night who had that, too. I don't remember who it was.
He was number 10.
Yep.
He was number 10. Ball goes out of bounds. Now, this is part of the Ted Hillman Memorial Cup. This is the first annual, which is wonderful. Ted Hillman was a great guy. Sandy Hillman, his wife, both of them really, when they moved back to Hornell, Ted was a airline pilot, I believe, and they moved back to Hornell when he was retired from the airlines and just really pumped a lot of energy into the soccer program, the youth program, especially here in Hornell. And he passed away, and Sandy has really kept things going in Ted's name as well. And this is just a wonderful tournament. It's the first annual, like I said. Hornell was traveling to Olean every year, but weren't really happy with the level of competition. And you always want to play people at least equal to you or better if you can.
Yeah.
That's the only way you're going to get better.
You don't get better by playing
right, killing people.
Nobody.
10-0, yeah. That was the thing when Hornell went to the states 4 years in a row, a state championship game. People, they didn't play anybody. Well, wait a minute. When you get to states, you beat everybody.
Right.
The best teams throughout every section and won states 3 in a row. 3 games in a row, and then they lost the final game. But, you can't really say that.
Yeah, it's hard to say that they haven't played anybody
when you win a state champion.
Well, I was even going to say that it's hard to say you're not playing anybody when you're playing the supposed best teams in the state.
Right, yeah. And, of course, they separate. You don't play teams from Long Island and inner city and stuff like that because they are bigger. And, so that there is a separation between, I think it's called the federation when you're dealing with teams in that area of the, I'm not even sure if downtown Buffalo, do they have their own inner city football league or something too? I'm not even sure how that works.
I couldn't tell you. I know obviously you got Class A and Class B and stuff, but I kind of just assumed that was how it was held, was like those teams like downtown Buffalo, downtown Rochester, like East High, stuff like that. I kind of figured that they were all Class A, and that was that.
Yeah, I'm not sure anymore. Years ago, you had like St. Joseph's in downtown Buffalo. I always saw because we always used to get the Buffalo sports channels and stuff. but we never saw them when it came to states and stuff. So I have to look into that. Got to get off football. We're playing soccer here.
Well, depending on where you're from, it's the same thing.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'd like to know about the soccer way, though, how that works as well. You're right. Ball's thrown in out of bounds on the far side.
Couldn't ask for a better night for a game.
I know, beautiful.
Last night, too, honestly.
Did you see the weather? For those that don't know, starting Sunday, I think Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's going to be in the 90s for multiple days in a row.
For early September, that's just insane. I'm not complaining,
No.
but
And I remember I mentioned this, that I had a football game probably 4 or 5 years ago. It was 95 degrees out. It was the first game of the season against Livonia, and that's who Hornell plays tomorrow. It was in Hornell, and it was up here in these booths, and it was hot. It's just been a mild August.
yeah.
Hornell working the ball around. Who's in goal for Midlakes?
Maya Dessering is the goalie for them, and she's had quite a few nice saves already. Well, I say quite a few. 2 or 3, but still, I mean,
Yeah.
better than none.
Today's game is brought to you by Valley Apparel and Designs. They do custom apparel and signs, 281-8777, team, school, sports, work apparel, and so much more. Make sure you give them a call, Valley Apparel and Designs. Some battling going on down there. That was Lillian Hoyt for Hornell. Maldonado has it, passes it up front. Nice pass. Gotta check the speed of Jaden O'Hara. Jaden O'Hara has got to be, I think, her great-grandfather I had in college. I took a film criticism at Alpha University one semester, and I think it's her great-grandfather.
Huh. That's pretty interesting.
I failed it. and here I am writing reviews of films on my Peisch Entertainment site, and I'm off for the short review. I do 1 paragraph only of my take on it. And, of course, I had some people, the last one I did was a remake kind of War of the Worlds. And that wasn't a sequel. It was somebody else's take. And I thought it was all right. It was worth watching. And one person goes, it was horrible. You're going to get that. Other people don't like certain things.
Well, yeah,
It was real short. It was only like an hour and 20 minutes, so it wasn't like you had to wait 3 hours to watch this movie.
No.
Here we go.
Got a breakaway.
Goal! Number 5, Ella White.
Freshman scoring in her first game up in varsity.
And I'm telling you, that's going to be a name you're going to contend with all year long if you're on a visiting team or an opponent. Ella White scores a lot.
It was a nice job just to break the defense down there and get through and finish it on her own.
She's a freshman. You get that all the time. She's a freshman. Good crowd here tonight. Tonight is, did you notice people are dressed in the neon, like the goalkeeper?
Yeah.
It's neon night.
Okay.
So everyone's got the Cadence Golnitz look shirt on. So Ella White puts Hornell up on top. A little over 9 minutes into the game.
Yeah, 30-18 was the mark, so 9 minutes, 42 seconds in. And
No, 9 minutes, 32 seconds.
918?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be, or sorry, 3018? Wouldn't it be
Oh,
42?
wait a minute. You're right. You're right. I'm wrong. Jeez. I'm not wrong. I was mistaken. I always tell people I'm never wrong. I'm just mistaken. You're right. I was thinking for some reason.
I was like, wait, did I do the math wrong?
Yeah. No, I did do it wrong. I just mistakenly. And I'm very good. When I go to 7-Eleven and buy something, when I give cash, I always know the change I'm going to get. I always to keep my mind sharp, and I like to throw like 25 extra cents in there, and it really confuses the people. They don't know math like we were taught when we were younger. It's just a shame.
Yeah.
Some people don't know. I don't get into rambling on about some other stuff. I bought an ice cream cone at a place, and she didn't know the difference between a quarter and a nickel. The girl, and I'm like, oh, God. Ooh, there's a push.
Yep.
Jaden O'Hara with the foul.
Well, you're talking about the math stuff before. My two younger brothers are 15 and 9, and I try to help them with their homework sometimes if they can understand something, but the way that they do it now, I don't even understand, and I'm only 22, so it's crazy how much it changes in just, 7 years between me and the younger brother, and then with my youngest brother, it's 13.
I took pre-calc in high school and geometry and all this stuff, but my favorite course was accounting. I always loved accounting. I actually took 2 semesters of accounting at college. And I use QuickBooks, but I also do it on Excel. I can't even know if I say it right as well, to a certain point. Here's a direct kick. That was savage. Mayev Savage.
Mm-hmm.
Today's game is brought to you by Strobel Supply, 40 Shawmut Industrial Park in Hornell. Now hiring. Give them a call or stop in. 607-324-1721. Strobel Supply. And by Erica Golnitz, your licensed real estate salesperson for Real Incorporated. Erica, there's a couple of her kids holding the signs. That's awesome. I love that ad from her. Looking to buy or sell a property, give Erica Golnitz and her daughters in goal. That's Cadence Golnitz.
I was about to ask if that was any relation.
Yeah.
Because it sounds the same.
Yep. Cadence is a sweetheart. Erica, her mother, is too, but Cadence always says hi, and I was picking on her leg. Not really picking on her, but I thought it was amazing every time I saw her. And every once a week or so, she'd have a different hairstyle. Like, geez. I was jealous, I think, because I'm bald. I can't do anything with my hair, my head. Well, working the ball around. Oops. Yeah, I was going to say, you got to call.
Kind of have to call that.
Call that. Dr. Joseph McKay at Apex Chiropractic, helping you achieve new heights in wellness. Give him a call. He's a professor of nutrition and a professional natural bodybuilder. 382-3751. Dr. Joseph McKay. I remember, like, these advertisers that I'm doing, Joseph McKay playing football for Hornell. I was doing the games back then. Oh,
nice
sorry.
save from Golnitz there.
Yeah. Nice takeaway by O'Hara. Or, I'm
That
sorry.
it was.
Yeah. The Italian Villa. When you're visiting Hornell, visit the Italian Villa, the best Italian cuisine around. Over 60 years, the Argentieri bringing you the best Italian cuisine. Those pictures do not do it justice. The food is absolutely delicious at the Italian Villa right down the street here from Hornell High School. Thanks, guys, for supporting our broadcast. A lot of pushing going on here. Parker Graham to kick it. Nice boot. Oh, still alive in there. Launch it. Oh, and that was good defense that time.
That it was.
It really didn't get back quick enough to make an effective kick.
It was essentially a corner, just not from the corner.
Yeah, Golnitz comes up. Nice stop. Nice little fake there.
Yeah.
That was Claire Rose, the 10th grader. I'm not sure. I don't think, nobody from Hornell. There was schools from all over Section 5 sent players to Italy this summer. My niece went from Naples. She's a senior this year, but she went to Italy to play soccer. Boys and girls team, and the offsides. But only person from Hornell was actually already a kid who graduated was Argentieri, Wyatt Argentieri, and he's playing at Genesee Community College. So it was Dr. Pat Pico, MD, 15 Loader Street, 585-596-4129, providing quality care to the residents of Steuben, Allegheny County for over 25 years. Thanks, Dr. Pico. Dr. Pico. Gilio's Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, 382-0836. Chad Gilio, 24-hour-a-day emergency service, fully bonded and insured. It's Gilio's Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. The bumping and hitting and aggressiveness they're playing with here.
Yeah. No, they're definitely being aggressive. That was a nice takeaway from Midlakes there. I think it's going to go for Midlakes. I couldn't tell who that was going to go for. Eden Trezak and Parker Graham were going at it. Trezak from Midlakes and Graham from Hornell, and really could have been called on either one, I thought.
This is Emily Meath kicking. Taken away, Rudenauer. Nice passing by Hornell. Evingham has it and gets it up. Harwood looks to center it, and and you can see Parker saying, "Send it back." And I think she should have sent it back to Graham, and I didn't see who was on the other side for Hornell, but it would have been a little bit better off doing that.
I know one of them was Lillian Hoyt. I don't know who there was three of them up there other than Harwood. I don't know who the fourth one was.
Sometimes, that's not a good shot from that angle. You've really narrowed your, obviously goal down to a sliver. Unless you can get it up and bend it, like Beckham.
Right.
But, yeah. Something I'm sure they'll look at in the film room. Nice defense by Rudenauer.
Mm-hmm. Graham taking it forward again.
Graham sends it up. Evingham up front now. I just can't get it. The time is Amaya Hoffman. So it's knocked out of bounds. Hornell will take it in. The Ryan Agencies, Hornell, Jasper, and Wellsville. 3 gate locations to serve you better. Thanks, Jeff Ryan. Insurance protection you can rely on. Home auto business from the Ryan Agencies. Lily Roth, number 16, made the first contact there. It's going to go out of bounds. John N. Dagan, General and Child Practice, proudly serving the Southern Tier since 1989. Call 324-6690 for John N. Dagan. Thanks, John. He's been advertising with me for over 30 years. More substitutes. Wine Chiropractic, Dr. John Wine, Dr. Rich Chikowski. Back and neck pain, headaches, all your spine care needs. Call Dr. John Wine, Dr. Rich Chikowski, 607-324-7246, or stop in at 20 Park Drive in Hornell. Wine Chiropractic. As we do some more substituting. Butler Excavating and Concrete, City View Towing, Transport, and Auto Repair. That's where I got my car repairs done, at City View. 607-324-7400. Butler Excavating and City View Towing. Okay, here we go. Nice passing. I think it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't intentional, and just the way it hit, but it was ended up being so. Ooh, and trip. That time, Marianne Colston. Or Colson, sorry.
Clara Wilkes from Midlakes was the one that
Created that
Yep.
foul.
it almost looked to me like she had all ball.
No. Just leave that open. Turn the light switch on. There you go. Now you can see a little bit better. I took this out because it was too glaring, but now it's not. I don't see half the time. The rosters and stuff.
Been a bit of a chippy game so far.
Yeah, it's both teams have been bumping and hitting each other, and
Yeah. That time it was Alyssa Krantz from Midlakes who hit the deck.
we saw that last night in the boys' game. Hornell, like I said, coming away with a 7-2 victory over Dansville. And there was a lot of hitting. In fact, 2 Dansville players went off the field injured, but not severely. Just today's game brought to you by MysticMedia.com, your small business digital success partner, web development, search optimization, blog content, and so much more. Thanks, Jim Moore at Mystic Media. Mystic Media. It's a great name for a company. Mystic Media. Remember
It is.
Mystic Pizza? It was a movie.
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock, I believe, was in it. Because Mystic, Connecticut was based in.
Yeah.
One of my friends goes to Mystic, Connecticut. He's been there a couple times.
My
So
dad
it's a
used to live
beautiful
there.
Oh, really? I
Yep.
guess it's a beautiful area.
I wouldn't know. I've never been, but
Yeah. Would your dad work at the pizza place?
no. Naval Stockyards out there.
Oh. Ball goes out of bounds. Simmons and Rockwell Ford, Simmons and Rockwell Nissan, right across the street from each other. Make car buying simple when you drive your deal at either one of those 2 great locations. Simrock. It's going to go out of bounds. Nice defense by
Yeah.
Krantz that time.
Gonna be another throw in for Hornell here.
Yeah, Alyssa Krantz, senior for Midlakes, creating some trouble there for Hornell's offense.
Midlakes has quite a few seniors on their team.
How many does Hornell have, did you say?
4.
4, yeah. Ooh! That was a hit. That time hitting the deck is Lauren Woodenbot. Or how do I say that? I can't even read it from this distance.
Oh, let me see.
It's number 2.
Oh, wooden check.
Show you the replay here. Right there, you see the. It's too dark. I got to get some lighting or something over here.
When it happened, I was looking down at the roster trying to figure out how many seniors they had.
Oh, believe me, I
Midlakes
do
has
that.
12 of them.
12 seniors.
Yeah.
Wow. I do that all the time, actually. I miss things because I'm either, running the camera, announcing, doing the scoreboard, all that stuff. I'm not the perfect because I could be perfect at one at a time, not at 3 things. Nobody's perfect, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I can do it a lot better. Good crowd here today. Even people sitting on the outside. Not many sitting on the visitor side. Actually, I wouldn't even want to sit over there. I'd rather sit in the stands over on this side because they're so big and high and you can see a lot better.
Yeah. On the opposite side, you're blocked off by the Hornell bench.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Oh, I was going to, I couldn't see the goalkeeper. Who'd you say the goalkeeper was again? I forget.
Maya Dessering.
What number is she?
Number 5. She's one of the 12 seniors.
I couldn't see her in the picture because I'm looking at a monitor the whole time when I'm doing this. And I thought Hornell might have had a chance. Nice fight in there. That time, that's number 23, Trinity Dean. I'm going to have to move this over. I can't see it from over there. There we go. So we talked about this is a tournament. The winner of this game will play
Nice kick from Emily Meath there, but
nice save.
Cannon Skolnitz got it.
Yeah.
It was a nice save.
Sorry for those. I'm at the mercy of the Hornells. We didn't have any problem last night with the signal except for when my system shut down by accident. But now I'm having a little bit of trouble with the internet here, so if we do lose you, just stay right with us. We'll get you right back on live again. That went out, yep.
Yep.
Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorney's office is in Buffalo, Rochester, New York City. Call 585-262-COMP for Connors and Ferris. If you went to the Buffalo Bills camp, it's sponsored by Connors and Ferris. Their name's all over the place there. The Dagan Funeral Home. Traditional services, cremation services, veteran services, and more. Only $1,695 or $1,695 for cremation services plus the crematory fee, I think, which is around $400 or $500. So pretty inexpensive to die when you go through the Dagan Funeral Home. I watched a 60-minute thing, I don't know how many years ago now. It's probably 15, 20 years ago, and it was basically the cost. It was called The Cost of Dying. And it is amazing, when you get sick and you're in the hospital and just the bill it costs. Not to get morbid about the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's why you have insurance.
Yep.
You're still covered under your parents, right? Until 26, I think it is, right?
Yep, 26.
Yeah.
And then I got to go out and
go to the real world.
Yep.
Sorry, my company doesn't offer benefits like that. Maldonado on the far side. Ball goes out of bounds.
Yep.
Some more substitutes. Today's game brought to you by First Heritage Federal Credit Union, right across the street here from Hornell High School. Stop at one of their several locations. You got Apex Checking, a checking account that pays you cashback rewards, foreign ATM fees refunded. Do you, Apex? I do. At First Heritage Federal Credit Union. Down to 9 minutes. here in the first half. Still 1-0 on the John N. Dagan scoreboard. Ball keeps going out of bounds.
Right in the same spot.
I've seen that, where sometimes we get kicked out 5-6 times in a row.
There's 4.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny.
Finally gets out of that little area.
Oops. I should pay attention to what's going on. I thought the ball was still out of bounds. I'm looking at my monitors here.
Nice save there by Dessering.
Ball goes out of bounds.
Olivia Miles was the closest one to it from Midlakes.
Today's game brought to you by St. James Hospital. Dr. Ali Mansour, sports medicine physician. He's an orthopedic surgeon. Injured, he's got you covered right here in Hornell. Nice boot.
Nice.
Oh, my goodness. Great. That was a nice boot by Maldonado, I believe.
Yeah, it was Maldonado.
Oh, and was that Coretto?
No, it was Hoyt.
Hoyt. Yes, Hoyt. I was like, that was a thing of beauty.
That it was.
See the replay here. And that's just a beautiful placement by Hoyt, knowing that the goalkeeper was coming the opposite side.
Right. Only one spot where you can put it there because she's so close to you. And
yeah.
She did.
Yeah, it's... So Hornell up 2-0 now.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
That's going to be a
That was clearly
foul.
A foul.
Ball goes out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Free Tuition Plus. Here's another way Alfred State College is #1 in so many ways. Alfred State cuts your costs now while helping you launch a rewarding and good-paying career. Spend less money now, make more money later. Sounds like a great deal, doesn't it? What a deal. Free applications now through November 1st from Alfred State College. We talked about. Did you talk to your dad at all and find out when he graduated or from Alfred State?
94. So
Oh,
later than I thought it was.
Okay. Yeah. Jeez. He had me thinking, maybe I met this guy.
He lived in Mackenzie when he was there.
Okay.
So.
Golnitz.
Ooh.
Oh, a nice collision. Nice stop by Golnitz.
Yeah. Whew.
Nice defense that time by Dover.
Yeah.
Of Midlakes, the Midlakes Lady Screaming Eagles. One thing I remember when I was a kid, because like I said, my grandfather lived in in Clifton Springs, is they always had a train watering tower somewhere there.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a kick from Parker Graham.
You got those railroad tracks that run right down toward Manchester up there. So.
Yeah, and I know I was always into trains, and I remember seeing the water tower right next to the tracks, basically on the outskirts a little bit as you were entering Clifton Springs. I'm pretty sure either that or Phelps area. I can't remember exactly where it was, but I always remembered as a kid. If anyone's watching from Clifton Springs, you can comment on the and let me know if that's still there or not, or if I'm mistaken.
I feel like I vaguely remember that, but then again, I've been going up there for about 20 years. So.
Yeah, I like their school. I remember the last time I was at their school a few years back. It's a nice, beautiful school.
Oh, yeah, Midlakes is an awesome facility.
And in fact, if I'm not mistaken, they just built a new stadium of some sort. And I only say that because Hornell had to play Midlakes in football last year, but we played in a different village.
Yep, that would make sense.
Yeah, because Midlakes was having their fields redone. Beautiful part of the state. This whole area obviously is. In fact, when I was staying in New Jersey this past weekend, I went to the Mets games and the U.S. Open and stuff, and was talking to some people, and they said they love upstate New York. Toward Buffalo, this area and stuff is absolutely beautiful. And I go, it is. It's good. It's got its weather, but.
Yep. It'll be sleeting, and then 10 minutes later it'll be sunshine, and then
Yeah.
another 10 minutes later it'll be raining.
Yeah. What was that call?
I have no idea.
Handball. Had to have been a handball because there's no offsides there.
No. I didn't see any collision, so any contact between anybody.
Oh, just wide. Effingham?
I was going to say, I think it was Effingham that took that shot. If she had let it sit for just another second or two, or not even that long, just a half second or so.
Not rushed it.
Yeah. Granted, she has two Midlakes players coming in. There's Effingham taking another shot.
But sometimes you're trying to wind up and kick it. And
right, yeah. Just trying to one-time it and doesn't work out.
No. Down to 2:45 counting here in the first. Maldonado
Nice
sends
move there.
it. And a goal. And we knew Effingham was going to be part of this eventually, the ninth grader.
Yep. Nice pass, too, from, I believe that was Maldonado, wasn't it?
Maldonado, yep.
That's her second assist of the game.
Reagan, we saw her brother playing yesterday.
Yeah. He had a couple goals, I believe.
Yeah.
At least one, definitely one.
Wyatt.
Yeah, he had one last night. One goal and
Kind of where we were at last night. I think Hornell was up 3-0 in the boys' game at halftime. Obviously, Hornet's not over yet. A couple minutes left here, but.
Yep, 3-0 at halftime last night, and then Dansville scored 2 and Hornell scored 4 in the second to bring it to that 7-2 final tally.
It was Madison Connor, number 11. The defense, we don't really give a lot of. We give a lot of credit, but we don't mention it. You know what I mean? Without the defense, because Hornell's had some strong defense here, and that one, Madison Connor. We also see Rudenauer.
It hasn't been completely one-sided.
And O'Hara, too, back there.
Hasn't been completely one-sided for Hornell so far, but obviously this goal says, or the score says otherwise.
Yeah.
But Midlakes, they've had a few chances and just haven't been able to capitalize on them.
Parker Graham winds up. Graham.
I think we both thought that was in.
Yeah.
"30 seconds left here in the first half."
Let's see her wind up. And that's going to take us to halftime.
Not quite a carbon copy of last night. Score says so, but Midlakes has certainly been more competitive than Dansville was last night in the first half, and obviously different, well, same sport, different teams, but.
Give us a rundown on scoring real quick there.
Yeah. So with 9:42 into the game, you had a score from Ella White, and that was assisted by Selena Maldonado. Then you had an unassisted goal from Lillian Hoyt with 7:32 left, and then with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the first half, you had a goal from Reagan Evingham with another assist from Selena Maldonado.
Very good. And just a reminder, well, we're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be back before the second half starts, and I'll remind you then. See you in a bit.
Hi, I'm Laura Dagan-Pico, and along with my father, Jim Dagan, operate the Dagan Funeral Home here in Hornell.
The Dagan Funeral Home is a large, spacious, handicap-accessible facility with a seating capacity of 150 people, along with a separate family room for entertaining children. We also continually show photographs and movies of your loved one's life on 2 beautiful flat-screen TVs.
The Dagan Funeral Home, 5 generations of the Dagan family serving your family.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Concerned about the cost of your insurance? The Ryan agencies sift through quotes from many companies to uncover your best insurance value. You'd be surprised at the savings we can find. Let's just talk. What's there to lose? The Ryan agencies, your local insurance inflation fighters.
Insurance protection you can rely on. The Ryan Agency. In doing the work you do, if you're hurt, we'll help you through.
Don't be fooled. Video hearings are as critical as appearing in person.
Make sure your rights are protected.
Your employer has trained specialists on their side.
And the judges work for New York State.
The only person on your side
is the attorney at your side.
Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantori here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
Are you still looking for a truck? Simmons Rockwell is your pre-owned truck headquarters with over 400 late model, low mileage trucks available across 5 locations. Stop searching empty lots and visit simmons-rockwell.com now to view hundreds of quality pre-owned trucks you can drive home today. Make car buying simple when you click Drive Your Deal on hundreds of pre-owned trucks at simmons-rockwell.com.
Hi, I'm Jim Dagan, and along with my daughter Laura, own and operate the Dagan Funeral Home here in Hornell.
The Dagan Funeral Home was established way back in 1883 by my great-great-grandfather and is the oldest family-owned funeral home in the area. We offer traditional funerals for all faiths as well as low-cost cremation services, and we will be happy to assist you with pre-planning and inflation-proof financing.
The Dagan Funeral Home, 5 generations of the Dagan family serving your family.
Welcome back. It's halftime here, 3-0 on the John and Dagan scoreboard. Hornell up on top. You can see the light systems and the bugs just looks like just kind of just having fun floating around. I don't see many bats around anymore, so so anyways, 3-0. We'll be back with second half in a little bit.
Ryan Agencies, your locally invested independent insurance agency. The Ryan Agency supports local students and athletes. They appreciate dedication, teamwork, and hometown pride. That's why they give back, sponsoring many youth academic and sports activities. The Ryan Agencies, your hometown supporter and source for all things insurance.
Insurance protection you can rely on. The Ryan Agency.
When it comes to workers' comp, things can change quickly.
The only way to make sure your rights are protected is to have a trusted, committed attorney on your side.
An attorney who has devoted their career to helping injured workers.
Someone to fight for the money and medical benefits you deserve.
The only person on your side
is the attorney at your side.
Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys.
Traditional checking accounts are old news. So what are you waiting for? Reach new heights with Apex Rewards checking from First Heritage Federal Credit Union. Apex gives you the option to choose between cash back or high interest with a free checking account that pays you. Plus, ATM fees get refunded. Choose your rewards at FHFCU.org and get one step closer to achieving your financial goals.
Shop, finance, and buy your next car all online. With a new shopping experience at your fingertips, make car buying simple when you drive your deal at Simmons Rockwell Nissan in Horseheads and Hornell.
Hi, I'm Laura Dagan-Pico, and along with my father, Jim Dagan, operate the Dagan Funeral Home here in Hornell.
The Dagan Funeral Home is a large, spacious, handicap-accessible facility with a seating capacity of 150 people, along with a separate family room for entertaining children. We also offer DVD memorial tributes, which continually show photographs and movies of your loved one's life on 2 beautiful flat-screen TVs.
The Dagan Funeral Home, 5 generations of the Dagan family serving your family.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Concerned about the cost of your insurance? The Ryan agencies sift through quotes from many companies to uncover your best insurance value. You'd be surprised at the savings we can find. Let's just talk. What's there to lose? The Ryan agencies, your local insurance inflation fighters.
Insurance protection you can rely on. The Ryan Agency. In doing the work you do, if you're hurt, we'll help you through.
Don't be fooled. Video hearings are as critical as appearing in person.
Make sure your rights are protected.
Your employer has trained specialists on their side.
And the judges work for New York State.
The only person on your side
is the attorney at your side.
Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantori here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
Are you still?
So welcome back, everybody, for second half. 3-0 Hornell.
Yeah, pretty dominating first half there from Hornell.
Yeah.
I say that, and Midlakes looks like they've got something going. And never mind.
Nice defense. Oh, it goes out of bounds.
It was nice defense from Hornell. Agreed. Kelsey Socia was the one that almost got away there for Midlakes.
Oops. Maldonado. Gets it to Evingham. Evingham still with control. Back to Parker Graham. Back to White. I'm sorry, that's O'Donohue, not White.
Another 4 straight throw-ins or so there from O'Donohue from the same spot. We had that happen a little bit ago on the other side of the field. Well, say a little bit ago. It was like halfway through the first half, but still.
Mm-hmm. White. Wide. Ella White, the 9th grader.
She's already got a score tonight.
Yep. She had a lot of goals for the JV squad last year.
It's been the younger players scoring tonight. A couple of 9th graders and Ella White and Reagan Evingham, and then a junior and Lillian Hoyt, and that's your 3 goal scorers for Hornell so far.
Well, you look at most of your seniors are defensive players.
That's true.
You know, it's
You only got 4, and Golnitz is your goalie. O'Donohue and O'Hara play defense, and Maya Hoffman, I think, is a midfielder.
Parker Graham fighting for it. Good defense that time by Savage. Van Savage.
Midlakes keeps trying to send it out, but that time it went out of bounds off of Midlakes. But Hornell keeps on just keeping it in their own end. Well, in Midlakes' end.
Yeah. Graham sends it. Another one wide. Left.
She's had a couple chances tonight. Graham has.
Yeah, you're going to see her with some scores here eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe even tonight.
It's a matter of when, not if.
Yeah, that's right. Nice defense. Again, this is the Ted Hillman Memorial Cup tournament. It's the first tournament this is my 35th year of doing this. I don't remember Hornell hosting a tournament in soccer before, but I could be wrong. I know they have the wrestling and they've hosted basketball tournaments in the past, and just don't remember one in soccer. Great idea that they did. Again, the winner of this game will take on Greece Olympia. Olympia beat Odyssey 2-0 earlier here today. And the Hornell JVs will take on Midlakes in the championship game. Hornell beat Canisteel Greenwood. And then Midlakes won the game before this. I can't remember who they actually played. I don't see it on the list here, but... Throw in by Midlakes. Head by Maldonado. Oh, right between her legs there.
Right between the legs of Evingham.
Yeah. It's going to be a little too far. I was mentioning that tomorrow we'll be live for football. Hornell on the road for the season opener at Livonia tomorrow night at 7:30 right here on Peisch Sports YouTube channel. It will not be on Facebook, so in order to watch it, you just go to YouTube. You can go to Facebook, click on the link. It'll take you to the YouTube channel. Again, that's tomorrow night at 7:30.
O'Donoghue hit the deck hard there.
Yeah, it was just a matter of no shaking of the hands. O'Donoghue says it wasn't unintentional. It wasn't like she tried to trip her at all.
Right, yeah.
Just the feet got locked up.
Oh, certainly not intentional on that one.
Well, O'Donoghue must have thought so because she didn't shake her hand or didn't acknowledge her and trying to apologize for the tie-up.
Hornell's got it on Midlakes zone again here.
Oh, and it gets by.
Man.
Unfortunate that time. Graham couldn't handle it. O'Donoghue.
Yep.
Back and forth. Nice pass.
Nice.
That time by Krantz.
Yep. Midlake's threatening now, but Hornell takes it away.
Goes out of bounds. Some substitution. Today's game brought to you by Valley Apparel and Designs. They do custom apparel and signs. 281-8777. Team School Sports Work. Fundraisers. Anything you need. Coffee mugs and keychains. And you name it, they can do it at Valley Apparel and Designs. Goes out of bounds again.
Mm-hmm.
Today's game brought to you by Maple City Collision, the best auto body repair shop in the area is Maple City Collision. Tell them John Birch sent you. All makes and models, years as well. Maple City Collision. I had my car after I hit a deer in your fine town of Wayland. In downtown Wayland, I hit a deer. Of all places.
Right in the village?
Right in the village. And I was only going 30, maybe 33 miles an hour at the time, and sure enough, it did $3,000 worth of damage. So I blame you. You keep them as pets.
What part of the village was it?
I had just taken a right. I left the school going downtown in the 7-Eleven. I think that's right there.
Yep.
I took a right in probably 300 yards, maybe a little less than that.
Right on South Lackawanna. That's
Yeah.
surprising. I've seen him before up by where I live.
I swear somebody opened the door and it came out of the house.
I was going to say, I live up by Victory Park, and I've seen him up there before, but I've never seen him down on Lackawanna, right on Lackawanna.
Well,
that's crazy.
Obviously, I'm just picking on
Yeah.
Wayland because I live right over. You saw my house. I'm right next to the high school over here, and I've had deer in my front yard.
Yeah.
Before, they come into villages and towns. It doesn't matter. There was a bear a few years ago on the football field.
Seriously?
Yep, it climbed the fence and got in. So the cops they opened up the gate and chased it out, I guess. I can't remember if they tranquilized it or what happened to it.
There was a bear in the village last summer. There hasn't been anything this year, but last summer there was one in the village that it was a little one. It wasn't a cub, but it was a little one, and it kept on. It came around for about 4 or 5 straight days and ended up in one of my friends' his tree overnight.
Wow.
Yeah.
And there's a goal. And I think that's Hoyt again.
Looks like it. That'd be her second.
There was too much bouncing around and everything in there enough to it finally got to Hoyt.
I can't tell who hit it before her, though.
I think it ricocheted off Evingham.
So Evingham's got a goal and an assist then. That's Hoyt's second goal of the game.
She went through major reconstructive surgery on her knee 2 years ago. And she came back and played basketball. Her very first basketball game for Hornell, she tied a Section 5 record for most threes in a game. It was just amazing. It was like she didn't miss a beat. Today's surgery, I've had 4 knee surgeries, and I'm not the same. But mine were in the 80s. And
yeah. It's like when, obviously this is NBA, but it's like when Klay Thompson had those 2 straight ACL. Comes back in his very first game. I think he scored, because he was out for 2.5 years or something.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Came back in his first or second game. He ended up scoring 40.
Wow. Golnitz comes out. Mm-hmm. Golnitz I'm not sure if she's a two-sport player this year because she played volleyball. In fact, in the commercial I was running for St. James, she was one of the actors in it, where she was hitting a volleyball.
Huh.
We'll be doing some volleyball games this fall. Maldonado goes down.
Yep.
Claire Rose with it. Rose.
Whew.
Evingham couldn't get it up front. Nice defense by Midlakes. Krantz tries to clear it.
Evingham hit the deck there for Hornell, but no call on it. Just tripped over the ball, I think.
Centered. Oh, it didn't. Oh, it
nope.
didn't quite. And there's a goal.
That one's for Ella White. That's her second. Kind of thought it might have been offsides, but I guess not.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
See if we can see it here on the replay.
Obviously can't go back and turn the goal over by replay, but
jeez, I don't know. It looked close.
Who assisted her on that? I couldn't tell who the one on the way on the left was. Was that Graham? I'm just trying to keep track for my own notes.
I'm not sure if it was Graham or...
I think it was.
I can go back on this thing here. Hold on just a second.
Thought it was the number 8.
Oops.
Regardless, that's White's second goal of the night.
Somehow that thing switched.
I was trying to look at the assist, but
yeah, and
I couldn't drag it back on my end, at least from Facebook.
Yeah, it was. It was Parker Graham.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. So it does make it 5-0.
Yep.
Today's game brought to you by Strobel Supply, 40 Shawmut Industrial Park. Stop in. Go onto their website, strobelsupply.com. You can apply for a job. They're looking for qualified candidates at Strobel Supply. Ball goes out of bounds.
Hornell thrown back in. It's Graham who had that assist on the last one.
Graham looking to center it again. Again, Hornell finished last season 14-4, so successful season. They didn't win the championship, but it's going to be a corner kick. Today's game brought to you by Erica Golnitz, your licensed real estate salesperson for Real Incorporated. Looking to buy or sell a property, it's Erica Golnitz. Centered. Couple heads that time. First on it was Natalie Rockefeller with the head.
Krantz it was, couldn't quite get to that one as it was rolling out. Or sorry, not Krantz, it was Woodencheck for Midlakes, and Hornell keeps it in their own end, or in Midlakes end.
Spin around by Marion Colson.
Yep.
Trying to get control of it.
Graham passed it in, but Colson couldn't hang on to it. Had to go backtrack for it.
It's going to go out of bounds. Howard Hanna Real Estate Service. Howard Hanna and Reggie Gambino. What a great combination. Reggie Gambino, 3-8-2, 30-52. Reggie Gambino, Howard Hanna. Let's go out of bounds again. It's called Free Tuition Plus. Here's another reason why Alfred State College is #1 in so many ways. It cuts your costs now by helping you launch a rewarding and good-paying career at Alfred State College. Less money now, more money later. Free applications now through November 1st at Alfred State College. I used to do the videos for the incoming freshmen videos for the college, have actors in it and stuff like that, and how to use their, the food card and buying books and all the stuff, using the laundry, and it was fun. That was 10 years ago. I did it for 3 or 4 years in a row. Aces, they do they run everything, the busing, food service, laundry, anything outside of the college part of it, they run. Today's game brought to you by Apex Chiropractic, helping you achieve new heights in wellness. Dr. Joseph McKay.
Wouldn't that be nice to be able to be a natural bodybuilder?
He's got the body of a Greek. He's got the body of a Greek god. I've seen his pictures online that he posed with his.
I think that's something you and I can both agree on. That ball go out of bounds off of Alexis Smith from Hornell, and
the Italian Villa, 196 Senex Street, the best Italian cuisine around. The Argenteri family, over 60 years of bringing you the great food. Don't forget, $10 2 large slice pizza special. We're back on now. Again, dealing with the internet of the school. Didn't have any issues yesterday, but tonight, 8:42, we lost signal. I got to call the school tomorrow and just say that's what time it happened. Not sure what's going on. Wasn't there a song, It Wasn't Me? It wasn't me. It was titled, It Wasn't Me. That's what I was. That's what basically I always keep saying. It wasn't me. The internet we had problems. Up front. Oh. That time, Alyssa Krantz just kind of whiffed a little bit. I think she was trying to kick it out of bounds. But what their intent is to kick it out of bounds as far up this way as they can. But when she did that, I think she lost it a little bit. Unfortunately. Still went out of bounds, though. Excuse me.
Trying to mount some sort of counterattack here, but Hornell still got it. That's Chloe Harwood.
Yeah, we're about 17 minutes left in this contest here. And another chance for Hornell.
Effingham tried to send it in for Hoffman, and Dessering for Midlakes covered it up pretty well.
Hi, Ray Schwartz is watching from Ellenton, Florida. We also have somebody from New Jersey on, and Wisconsin, I see, as well. And South Carolina. Hope everyone made it out safe from the hurricane that ravaged through. I guess it wasn't as bad as some spots did get damaged more than they've had in 100 years, but other spots didn't get as damaged as they thought they were going to get. So that's good news for some of the country anyways.
Yeah. I guess it made landfall as a Category 3, but got up to Category 4 for a split second, so.
Oh, shouldn't they just use nuclear bombs on it? Remember that was proposed, or someone thought.
I remember that.
Yeah, so it's just if it didn't work, it would start spraying radiation throughout the world.
That was nasty from Effingham there. I mean the tumble, not the.
Yeah.
Her and Olivia Westcott from Midlakes both hit the ground.
Let's see if we can see it on the replay here. Yeah. Parker Graham to send it in. Oh, nice kill. Just a little bit
over.
High. But nice boot by Graham. Just a little bit high. Get your head up. There you go. She's got like 2 braids in there. Let's see. I bring this up every year. Remember that there was a movie called Parker Lewis Can't Lose? Or was it a TV show on Disney? I can't even remember.
I can't remember.
I think it was a movie.
Either.
It was in the 90s. And they always go, Parker Graham can't lose. Good player.
Heard of it. That's the best I've got.
Good athlete. She's a multi-sport athlete. I know she played softball, basketball, and soccer. Most of these girls do here too. Effingham as well, and Golnitz and White, and there's a lot of multi-sport athletes on this field.
Nice save there.
Yep. Not the kick she wanted, but
nope. Couple of nice plays there from Milliam Maslin from
the Screaming Eagles.
Yeah.
I always like the colors too. They got that turquoise. If you're looking at the scoreboard, you see the eagle, or the Screaming Eagle. Yeah, the eagle that's got a little bit of the color in it. Dr. Pat Pico, MD, 15 Lotus Street, 585-596-4129, providing quality care to the residents in Steuben and Allegheny counties for over probably 27 years now. That adds a few years behind. So thanks, Dr. Pico. Rustic Lux, don't throw that piece of furniture away. Bring it into Rustic Lux for reloved, refurbished furniture. It's right behind the stadium where we're broadcasting from is Rusted Lux. Check out, if you're looking for Christmas gifts, stop into Rustic Lux. They've got it all. Maldonado with a little fake.
Maldonado's got a couple of assists.
Wow.
Nice move from her there to fake out Murray Spooner.
Centers it.
Wow.
Oh, and
man.
it ricochets a little bit, and it's going to go out of bounds. It can be a corner kick for Hornell.
Yep. Hornell had a few nice chances there, but
The Ryan agencies, Hornell, Jasper, and Wellsville. 3 gate locations to serve you better. 607-324-7500 are stopping at 57 Broadway as their Hornell main location. Thanks, Jeff Ryan, Home Auto Business. They're my insurance agent. Let them be yours. John and Dagan, General and Trial Practice, proudly serving the Southern Tier since 1989. Call 324-6690 for John and Dagan. I saw John today at the Hornell IDA meeting. I had to go set up I put the streaming system in there and I kind of helped run it, and they did a tribute today of the late Jim Griffin, who just died recently. His funeral's on Wednesday. Basically a champion of Hornell and bringing businesses and corporations and stuff to the city. Passed away. So we're going to miss you, Jim, and hats off and condolences to his family and his wife. See, with a Major League Baseball player, every time, and it's happened like 7 times apparently, where they will be mentioning the passing of somebody at live on TV or whatever in the game that he's playing in, and he hits a home run. There's something dramatic or drastic, you know, they memorial this or talking about an accident or something, and all of a sudden, home run. It's bizarre, and you can watch the videos, and it's just like something strange. Someone's hitting home runs every time they mention something like that.
they always say not to talk about anything when Nick Castellanos is up.
That's it. That's the guy I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yep, I know who you were talking about.
But yeah, people say, "What are you talking about?" But you have to look them up on YouTube and watch the videos. It is like just bizarre how anytime they mention something like that, he hits a home run.
Yep.
And they mentioned like 9/11. He hits a home run. anything somber and.
I remember probably 3 years ago there was it was a Reds announcer was giving an apology live on TV, and they kind of turned it into a meme because he was giving his apology and Castellanos hit a home run. So mid apology for something he said on air, all of a sudden there's a solo shot by Castellanos, and that'll make it a 4-0 ball game, and then he just continues in his apology.
Yeah,
I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I saw that. It's part of the montage of.
Yeah. I don't know whatever happened to the announcer, if he's still working for the Reds.
I think he is still working, because I think, I could be wrong, but it wasn't anything bad, horrible that he said. I can't remember. I looked at the background on that I can't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah.
How about the Orioles announcer this year? Remember, he didn't really say anything, and all the crowd's chanting, release him or do something. I can't remember here's Maldonado.
Wait, are you saying Orioles or Royals?
Orioles.
Okay. Because the Royals had an announcer get fired this year, too. But I know what you're talking about with the Orioles. He was talking about how Tampa Bay
has basically had the Orioles number all these years and something.
Yeah.
And then they suspended him for that. And it was like, everyone's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And then, of course, like the Mets announcers, I watched the Mets all the time, they were defending him, saying, get rid of him because we'll take him. You know what I mean? He's a great announcer. And the fans were, yelling, for him back and stuff. I guess he's back now, but
yeah, he is.
It's so petty, some of the stuff.
Yeah.
Today's game brought to you by Wyan Chiropractic Associates, 20 Park Drive in Hornell. Specializing in back and neck pain, headaches, all your spine care needs. Dr. John Wyan, Dr. Rich Chakowski at Wyan Chiropractic. Sylvia Corretto, number 16, had a foot on. We're going to see some people in here, I think, shortly to
close out the game.
Yeah. Maldonado centers it. Oh! You got to use your side foot when you're kicking from that close, I think. And that's just my personal non-playing ever soccer opinion. Butler Excavating and Concrete, City View Towing Transport Auto Repair, 324-7400. Thanks, Brian Butler, Daryl Howell, Mike Hess, and the crew up there. And MysticMedia.com, your small business digital success partner, web development, search optimization, blog content, and so much more. Thanks, Jim Moore at Mystic Media. Maldonado always seems to be in the right place. That ball gets out of bounds. It's going to be Hornell. No, it's going to be off her, they said.
Yeah, to me it looked like it was off of her.
Simmons and Rockwell Ford, Simmons and Rockwell Nissan, right across the street from each other. Make car buying simple with top-notch sales service. Over 300 new and used vehicles on the lot. Or you can just go online, Simmons and Rockwell Nissan of Hornell.com, check out their complete inventory, and Simmons and Rockwell Ford.com to check out their complete inventory. Ball out of bounds. We'll run a few more ads here, get them out of the way. Take us down to the home stretch. Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys. Offices in Buffalo, Rochester, New York City, and Syracuse. Thanks, Connors and Ferris. Proud supporters of the Bills, the Sabres, and your Hornell Lady Raiders. I smell popcorn, I think.
I don't know. I couldn't tell what that smell was, but that's definitely what it is.
It smells like the oil of popcorn, though. You know what I mean? It doesn't smell like popcorn itself.
Yeah.
It smells like the oil.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just starting another batch.
We were talking about substitutions. Cadence Golnitz subbed out a goal at one point, and now it's Alyssa Haley that's in there.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see Cadence come out and play to try to get a goal herself. You know, a lot of times they'll do that.
Yeah.
I had words with the concession stand and asked him, I said, you know, my partner up here went down for a hot dog at halftime and there was no hot dog. And she goes, yeah, they went through over 50-something. I go, but you should have 300 in there. You know there's a game this week. You shouldn't run out of hot dogs at a concession stand. I go, popcorn, hot dogs, they last forever. You can leave a hot dog out in the sun and it won't disintegrate. I wouldn't try it, but
no.
I'd eat it. Because my sisters, during, she's probably 7 years ago now, came and they ran out of popcorn. I'm like, there's no reason you should run out of popcorn at a concession stand. The biggest money maker on the thing, you should have enough because it'll last you 10 years. You know, you can store it.
Yeah.
And there was still like 2 or 3 games left in the season of just football, and they were still doing the other games, soccer and stuff. I'm like, never.
Never run out of that.
They should actually have an inventory sheet that they should keep and know exactly when to buy or what to buy. They've done it so many years now. Of course, not to ramble on about this, but numbers of attendance at games and stuff have gone way down. Like they years ago, you used to pack the stands for football. Now you don't. It's a shame.
Yeah. I think that's just high school sports in general.
Yeah. Oh, it's hard to get numbers, and they were talking about some of the numbers here for Hornell and stuff, that they had a lot of kids sign up and stuff, but kids haven't shown up for practice, the summer practice. But he said once school starts, you'll probably see a little bit more. But I said, you got to take them. You can't say, no, you can't play, because there are no cuts anymore.
Right.
Used to get, when I was in high school, you get cut. Because so many people were trying out for sports. And goes out of bounds. The Dagan Funeral Home, 38 Church Street. Cremation services only $16.95 plus the crematory fee. Thanks, Jim Dagan. I actually talked to Jim Dagan today. More substitute. 4 substitutes coming in from Midlakes. First Heritage Federal Credit Union. Open an Apex checking account. Checking account that pays you. That's right. Earn cashback rewards. Foreign ATM fees refunded. Do you Apex? I do. Stop at one of their several locations throughout the southern tier. Apex and First Heritage. So my advertisers, you can take out money at First Heritage, walk across the street, go to Rusted Lux, and buy some used furniture and reloved and refurbished stuff. It's really nice, Pinterest type stuff. And then go 2 doors down and eat at the Italian Villa.
Gotta love the central location of everything.
Yeah.
Of course, that's what happens when you live in a city. But
Yeah.
even a small one like Hornell.
Hornell's getting a Tim Hortons.
Really?
Yep, it's
Where's
actually
that
going to be right over here. It's going to be. You remember you probably didn't see it. You know where the Armory is that I showed you down the street, right across the street from the Armory.
Oh,
in
okay.
Seneca. The old McDonald's used to be there.
Yep,
years
I remember
ago.
where McDonald's was.
And then they bought that land, and they're going to be opening up a Tim Hortons there, which is kind of like out of the way. You know, you usually see them on strips and stuff like that, but
yeah,
they like the location because of the high school here. And there's, obviously there's a restaurant, a pizza place down here, an Italian Giovanni's, and there's Italian Villa, and there's banks and stuff. So Seneca Street gets a lot of traffic in Hornell. I was always shocked McDonald's didn't keep both locations for a while, but they opened up in the Walmart Plaza just because of school. They would get a ton of people from school going over. In fact, both my sisters worked at the McDonald's, just to be able to walk down the street and go to work. Back then, if anyone did work at McDonald's back then, they used to they would make 3 or 4 extra Big Macs. Now everything's made while you wait, pretty much. They don't just load them up like they did before. And they'd bring home McDonald's burgers and whatever is Maldonado.
She's trying to run something forward. Got a minute left here.
Oh, and
ooh,
wow, that time.
That'll end it.
Yep, so that's your final. Sorry about these streaming issues. I have to call the school tomorrow and find out why we lost signal. They can usually pinpoint if you give them the right times of what happened and why we lost the stream 3 times during the game.
Yeah, didn't have any problems with it last night.
No,
so.
And that's funny. Why tonight's Thursday night that you would have an issue. So that's it. Give us some final scoring numbers if you could.
Yeah, so 5 goals obviously tonight, 2 for Lillian Hoyt, 2 for Ella White, and 1 for Reagan Evingham. Selena Maldonado had 2 assists, Parker Graham had an assist, and so did Reagan Evingham. 9:42 into the first half. You had a score by Ella White, and then with 7:32 left in the first, another score by Lillian Hoyt, and then with 2:30 left in the first, you had a score for Reagan Evingham, and then Hoyt scored her second of the game, 27 minutes left in the in the second half, and then just 2.5 minutes later, Ella White scored her second of the game, and after that, it was pretty much just trying to wind out the clock.
So Hornell wins it. Just a reminder, tomorrow night we'll be live at 7:30 as Hornell takes on Livonia in Livonia for the first football game of the season for both squads. So for Everett Davison, I'm Bob Peischer. Thanks for joining us. We will see you tomorrow night at 7:30.
Truck? Simmons Rockwell is your pre-owned truck headquarters with over 400 late model, low mileage trucks available across 5 locations. Stop searching empty lots and visit simmons-rockwell.com now to view hundreds of quality pre-owned trucks you can drive home today. Make car buying simple when you click Drive Your Deal on hundreds of pre-owned trucks at simmons-rockwell.com.
Hi, I'm Jim Dagan, and along with my daughter Laura, own and operate the Dagan Funeral Home here in Hornell.
The Dagan Funeral Home was established way back in 1883 by my great-great-grandfather and is the oldest family-owned funeral home in the area. We offer traditional funerals for all faiths as well as low-cost cremation services, and we will be happy to assist you with pre-planning and inflation-proof financing.
The Dagan Funeral Home, 5 generations of the Dagan family serving your family.
during many youth academic and sports activities. The Ryan Agencies, your hometown supporter and source for all things insurance.
Insurance protection you can rely on. The Ryan Agency.
When it comes to workers' comp, things can change quickly.
The only way to make sure your rights are protected is to have a trusted, committed attorney on your side.
An attorney who has devoted their career to helping injured workers.
Someone to fight for the money and medical benefits you deserve.
The only person on your side
is the attorney at your side.
Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys.
Traditional checking accounts are old news. So what are you waiting for? Reach new heights with Apex Rewards checking from First Heritage Federal Credit Union. Apex gives you the option to choose between cash back or high interest with a free checking account that pays you. Plus, ATM fees get refunded. Choose your rewards at fhfcu.org and get one step closer to achieving your financial goals.